Okay. All right. All right, guys. Thanks for hopping on the call tonight. First off, I want to say I'm sorry about last weekend. A little bit of misplanning on my part with it being the holiday weekend, and then Monday, just things were crazy with my husband's schedule last week. So I apologize for the last minute cancellation of last week's call, but I hope you enjoyed the recorded call that I posted. I've been following that coach for a while now, and he's awesome. So I hope you guys got some good nuggets from that call that I posted. I wanted to kick things off with a little bit of recognition. I wanted to say kudos to Mary Kate and Loretta for going live this week and talking about all the awesome stuff we have going on with Beachbody, but more importantly, just being real and being you. Mary Kate, I just caught a little blurb of your meal prep stuff today, and you did great, and I just want to give you guys lots of kudos for doing that, because going live is kind of scary, and the more you do it, it gets easier, and the more it draws in your audience, if you will, into what we're doing. So keep that up. That's great. I am really excited about Core de Force. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really, really excited about it. One of my most exciting challenge groups that I ever ran was Max 30, and there's something about this cardio-based kickboxing, kick your booty type of workout that just gets me jacked up, and the closer it gets, the more excited I get. So I really want to spend a little bit of time talking about how we're going to be proactive with that launch coming up. So first of all, you can check out your FAQ 5215 for all of these details that I'm about to give you, but just to review, it's a 30-day program. The workouts are anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes. Don't let that freak you out. I know we're so used to our 30-minute and less workouts, but I want to encourage you guys to do the workout. Anytime there's a launch, I want you to plan on doing it, even if it's something that you're not that excited about. I'll be honest, in some respects, I was excited about Country Heat, but in other respects, I was a little bit like, I'm just more like the Core de Force speaks to me more, but I committed to doing Country Heat. I'm in my last week and I'm loving it. And either way, I think it's important for us as coaches to always be trying the new programs coming out so that you can talk about them. So no matter where you're at as a coach, if you signed up last week or you've been a coach for a while, as these new programs launch, I want you to familiarize yourself with them. And with On Demand, it makes it really easy because we will get a sneak peek sometime in October. That sneak peek date has not been launched yet. So keep a close eye on your Coach Online office breaking news. If I get word of when it will be available before it hits that breaking news, I'll let you know. But the talk is sometime mid-ish October. So it's cardio-based, no equipment needed, mixed martial arts type of workouts, and it just looks awesome. For you San Diego coaches, we are spoiled because we get Joel and Jericho, the celebrity trainers that are in that workout at our Super Sunday on October 30th. So get your tickets. I hope you saw the link in the team page. If you are not in San Diego, know that the next Super Saturday, Super Friday, Super Sunday, whatever it is in your area, will be that weekend. I know it's kind of a bummer that it's Halloween weekend. Not going to lie, I'm kind of like, why did they do it that weekend? But they did. That's something we can't change. So, just roll with it, get signed up. It's so important to go to those sort of events to surround yourself with the positivity and other people in the business to gather ideas and form that camaraderie and that community. And I'm always thinking about it twofold. One, from the sense of I like to see some of you girls face to face, the ones that are local, of course, and just kind of catch up and get to see you guys. And also from a marketing standpoint, take all those pictures, put it out to the world that we're a community. We get together. We do a lot of really fun things together. You will get a live workout no matter where you are in the United States. There's always a live workout at Super Saturdays, and it's just a really great time. I also love, love, love the true inspiration stories that are told. There's always a fitness-related success story and a business-related success story, and I just eat those up. I love them. I cry. They're just so moving and amazing. So get yourself to Super Saturday. You can check out the team page if you're in San Diego for the direct link to get your tickets to that one. If you're not in San Diego, I will post the regular link for you to find out where yours is going to be and how to get your tickets for that. So one thing that I've been kind of debating about, but I think I made my decision, is with the launch of Core de Force, it's going to launch on November 1st. So we're already starting to think holiday time. With it launching November 1st, I like to start my brand new program, Challenge Groups, 2 weeks after the launch, because I plan on spending a lot of time in October and a lot of my personal invites through Messenger and email targeted towards Core de Force, the people that I think will like it. So once it actually launches, I like to give a little bit of time for people to actually say yes and get the program in their hot little hands before we start. So I want to do a prep week, starting November 7th, and actually do the program starting November 14th. But of course, we have Thanksgiving on the 24th. But here's my thinking. Going into the holidays, this happens every single year, and we want to stay on top of it. We don't want to make the excuse that we can't run a group right before Thanksgiving or right before Halloween or whatever, and that we should wait till after, because we're giving everybody a disservice that way. So what I would rather do is say, no, we're going to do it that day. And in the challenge group, we can talk about, yeah, it's going to be Thanksgiving. So let's talk about how we can fill our plate the right way. And yeah, you're probably going to not totally stick with your containers that day, but you don't have to binge and eat everything in sight. And that will better serve all the people that we're trying to help. We can keep them from going into a turkey nap, potentially. So I really was almost on the other end of things thinking maybe we should wait, maybe we should do it a little bit later, but I don't want to wait. And I also don't want to plan it too early and not give people enough time to get their challenge packs to them. So I'm thinking, unless anybody has a really strong argument against it, and of course you can do whatever you want. I just like to run one team-wide for anybody who doesn't want to run their own. I am thinking prep week the 7th, we go with the test group starting on the 14th, which will go right through Thanksgiving, but we will coach people through that, and that's part of our job, and that I think will be awesome. So, yeah, anybody have any input on that? Am I not thinking through this right?
I totally agree.
Okay, cool.
I think people are going to need the extra support, and people tend to blow the holidays out of the water. So I think it's a really great idea to kind of tell people that you can still enjoy the day without going crazy. I think it's a good idea.
Okay, good. Awesome. Thanks, Mary Kate. So we will go with that. And with that is also just projecting through to the end of the year. So we're in the fourth quarter. I like to call it the fourth quarter. Technically, the fourth quarter of Beachbody starts at the end of this month, but we're getting close enough that I am planning that fourth quarter. This quarter of the year, in my opinion, this will be my fourth quarter, is a make or break quarter. It is the holidays. There is so much going on, so many distractions, so many yummy foods. There's so many things that can pull you away from your commitments to yourself, business-wise and fitness-wise. And I want to be your support as your coach to remind you every single day why you're doing this for yourself physically, and why you're doing this business. Because I've seen so many coaches fall off between now and Christmas with one or the other, fitness or business or both. And I think it's always such a bummer, because this is the time that we can really gain a ton of momentum and help so many people get through the holidays unscathed and go into 2017 strong. Because as we know, once the holidays are over, everybody makes those New Year's resolutions, and boom, our business is like prime time. So we really need to, I know it's only September, but time is just flying by. We need to be proactive. And I'm talking to myself here, because the last couple of months have been crazy. I feel like didn't we just get back from Summit, and now we're talking holidays? It's going to fly by. So I really want to encourage you guys to be proactive. I'm working on my calendar. I'm almost done with it. That will project what I'm going to be doing and running from now until the end of the year. And I'm going to be sharing it with you guys, so you can pick up whatever you want from it, take, leave, whatever you want, but at least use it as a framework for what you're going to do in your business, so that you don't lose that momentum. You girls have been working hard, and it's time to really step it up and keep yourself in the game. So it's okay, just like with fitness, it's okay when the holidays hit. You're not going to be perfect with your nutrition. And you may not be perfect with the business either in terms of your consistency with your power and stuff. But it needs to be a priority somewhere in there so that you don't really slack on it. So plan ahead. When the parties start coming and the invites start coming, plan, hey, this Wednesday, I'm really going to have to maybe double up on my power hour because I know the weekend coming up, I've got a Christmas party and a gift exchange and this and that and that. So just be proactive in your planning and scheduling of things so that you don't lose the momentum you girls are gaining. I am currently reading Good to Great by Jim Collins, and this just spoke to me. I just love it. So the whole book, if you haven't read it, is about going from good to great. And he talks a lot about how there's so many people in this world that just settle for being good because good's good, right? And what sets you apart when you decide you're going to be great? What does that look like? And one thing he says that I really like is the signature of mediocrity is not unwillingness to change. The signature is chronic inconsistency. And that really hit me because we talk about consistency in this business all the time. So if you want to be that great coach, then you need to be consistent. We talk about it all the time. This is just another way to think about that. Talking about going from good to great. If you want to make that leap to great, it's all in the consistency. And kudos to Mary Kate and Loretta because I have seen that from both of you lately and it's showing in what you're doing. And I want you to celebrate not just numbers and volume and all of these things that we measure, but the effort. Don't put all your stock just in numbers and the things that we see on leaderboards and stuff like that. That's not what this is all about. Think about your effort and give yourself kudos for all the effort you're putting in and the consistency you're putting in because that is what matters. You're serving people and you're seriously changing lives and that's what matters. So I got off on a little tangent there. Surprise, surprise. All right, back to Core de Force. So now that we officially decided when we're going to do it, a couple ideas on how to get ready for that launch. You can check out that FAQ I mentioned, and it talks about the email collector. There's a direct link where you can put your coach ID at the end of it. And as you're talking to people and they say, yes, I want to do that, or I want more information, you can give them more information and send them this link that will automatically give them an email from you about Core de Force right before it launches or when it launches so that they can purchase it. I haven't personally used that, so I'm going to be playing around with it this week, but it's already live. You can already use that, and maybe you already have, which is cool. But check that out. It's called the email collector. One thing that I've done in the past for other launches is an event on Facebook. Be careful with the events because it's so easy to get carried away because you have the really easy little invite button and you can just invite and invite your entire friends list, which some coaches would possibly recommend that you do. Think about where you're at in your season of your business and how you want to invite those people because you don't want to be the spammy person that just invites every single person. You really want to think about who would this workout really benefit? Who is actually up for the challenge of this workout? If you were talking to certain people about Country Heat because you think that program spoke to them and that's what they needed and they don't typically work out, then Core de Force is not the thing that I would invite them to. It would in my opinion, it would seem overwhelming to them and it would be really hard to get them into that because from what I've seen and heard, it's a little bit of a notch up in a workout. But the people that you can invite is people who've done 21-day fix already, your previous customers, people who have maybe done the fix extreme, max 30 people for sure. You better believe I'm going to be going back to every single person who did max 30 with me and telling them that this is coming out. Any of your leads, any of your free customers, talk to them about it. And in terms of people who haven't done a challenge group yet, think about people who run, people who hike, people who do Fit for Mom, people who do stroller strides, people who are already active and maybe you've been talking to them about Beachbody. Maybe you've been talking to them about coaching. Maybe you've invited them to other challenge groups and they've kind of ooey-pooeyed thinking that it's like beneath them or something. Honestly, those are the people I'm going to be reaching out to be like, look, you might think that what you're doing at the gym or whatever is way harder or way better than what we're doing. Well, why don't you check out this sweet program and let me know? that leads me into on demand. On demand needs to be your bread and butter coming up, because the more things that they put on there for free, like they just unlocked the entire 21-day fix extreme, that's crazy. They're going to put unlocks, where the paid unlocks for all the programs going forward, it seems. I know they're doing it with Core de Force. I know they did it with Country Heat, where people can just buy it through on demand. They've changed their subscription policies and things. So they're getting into the digital age big time. I'm not saying they're getting rid of the DVDs. I'm not saying that, but it's obvious that that's where the company's going. So again, you want to be proactive and you want to stay on that gravy train going that way. And also with the fact that they're with Fixate and the 20s and all these other things on there, there's workouts that aren't even on DVD. So you need to be talking about it. So one thing I've been doing is when I'm inviting in my, I've been building the relationship, and then I finally sent an invite to the challenge group. In my back and forth with people, I'm talking a lot about on demand and the value in that, because especially if I don't get that yes right away, that's what I'm going to. I'm switching from, okay, I totally understand. A lot of times I lead with talking about 21-day fix, just because I'm talking to a lot of new moms, and, their fitness level isn't what it was or what they want it to be yet. So that's always personally what I start with to open a conversation. But if it's a no for money reasons, whatever the no is, I immediately go to on demand and I say, hey, totally understand that you're not ready, to commit. Why don't you try this free trial of on demand? And it gives me an opportunity to tell them all the amazing things about it. I can tell them about the sneak peek of the newer workouts. And now with Core de Force coming up soon, I can talk about that too, which leads me to my next thing. I want to do a free group of Core de Force. Well, sorry, not Core de Force, but with all the different workouts. And I'm almost done with a calendar. It'll be a 3-week calendar that will lead up to the Core de Force launch. And it will incorporate a lot of different other MMA, kickboxing type workouts, and Joel and Jericho workouts that are on demand that people can try. It'll be a free group. And it will, what day did I say? It will start the first Monday of October. So once I get the date of when Core de Force sneak peek will be within that 3 weeks, I'll plug that into the calendar. So we can run a group and give these people all this value in on demand, get them really excited about Core de Force right before the launch. So if that's something you want to be included in, let me know. And that's something I feel like sometimes it's easier to talk to people about free stuff, right? So you can totally talk to them about it. They'll get the free 30 days. They will get one-on-one coaching from us through the challenge group. And I think it'll be another layer of pumping up the hype to Core de Force. So I'm going to be inviting a ton of people to that. And I'm also going to be inviting all those people I mentioned that I thought about that I think would love Core de Force. So even if they were previous challengers or customers, I'm going to be talking to them. Okay. Next is I want to go over the overall calendar for the next 3 months, just so you know where I'm going to be consistently running groups. The couple things I just told you about are a little off what we normally do, but I want to let you know that I will always run any program 30-day challenge group every single third Monday of every single month, no matter where that Monday falls. So kind of just like we were talking about with when Core de Force is launched and when we should start that group with the holidays and all that, I'm not going to worry about, oh, it's too close to Christmas or it's too close to this. I'm just going to do it because I have that same mindset. I want to keep the consistency of how we run the calendar for Team Faithfully Fit. And I also want to continue to support people in that way and not worry about the holidays, just support them through it. So the template and the things that I post in those groups will be a little bit different because it'll run right through all of those holidays. But I'm still going to continue to do that. I've had a lot of questions lately about sneak peeks. I will always run a sneak peek in some fashion. Right now we're trying a new format that we did last month. It was a live 5-day sneak peek. I will be running one every single third Monday of the month. Again, it'll start the same day as that multi-level or multiple program challenge group. And specifically for September, it'll be next Monday, and it'll be a 5-day one again. But you can always count on a sneak peek on that third Monday, whether it ends up being a 1-day, happy hour that night, a 3-day, 5-day, whatever it is. It'll always be that third Monday. Also, team calls will always be every other Sunday, and I'll be posting that calendar. You can count on that. Again, I apologize for last week. And the last extra group that I want to throw in for the holidays is one that I did the last 2 years, and I loved it. It was one of my favorite things. It's a free group. I don't do a lot of free groups, to be honest. I've done them in the past. I don't feel like I did as good as I could have in those groups to add enough value to really keep people coming back. So I felt like, womp, it's a flop, it's a flop. I'm just being honest, you know how I roll. But the one that I do like to run every year that I feel like is a lot of fun and I get a lot of engagement in it and I just really like doing it for myself too is the 12 days before Christmas. So I got really excited when I saw that Monday, December 12th is 12 days before Christmas Eve. Perfect for me. And you know I like to start my groups on Mondays. So that's another thing I'm going to do. I already have a template for it, and I already have a crock pot menu. Everybody loves those crock pot menus in the winter. So I will be running that, and you're welcome to join me and add people to it. All of these groups, before they launch, there will be a direct link in the team page so you can easily add your people to them. And the name of the game of all of these groups is to add value. I really want you guys to be popping in live and you can post from a template and all of that, and I still do, but I really like the feature of popping in live, which is the one thing I don't like about the Challenge Tracker app. They're working on that, but it's not available yet, as we know. But just so people can see you and hear you and feel more supportive in a live fashion. So I want to encourage you to do that in your groups if you haven't yet. And even if you're in my group, you can pop in live anytime. Anything that adds value, anything you're reading in your personal development, if you want to share it, any awesome recipe, if you want to talk about it, show you how you made it or whatever, whatever it is, I really want to encourage you to pop in live. All right, just a couple more things. I'm really sorry. Shayna is stopping by. She's in town, crazy, and I need to tell her it's cool. Okay. All right. Lastly, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update on my Teamzy because I talked about it a couple weeks ago and how much I've been loving it, and I still love it. So I want to, again, encourage you guys to give it that 30-day trial if you want. Why do I love it so much? I love it because it is reminding me of all of these people, and remember, I'm the bad tracker here. I talk about tracking all the time, not good at it, but this is helping me so much. So if you're like me and you feel a little bit all over the place, try Teamzy. It's reminding me of all these people that I should have checked in with, or the conversation just kind of fell flat, and I go to their Facebook and I'm like, dude, this person is like ready for it. I can just tell, and I just need to reach out to them again. And had I had a better system before, I probably could have helped them sooner. But it's just really helping me to engage in so many more conversations a day. It has a little tally that tells you, like, you're based on your goals and how many people you said you wanted to connect with today, you're only at 50%. So when I'm like wanting to throw in the towel for the day and I see it's only 50%, I'm like, shoot, I can't because I'm not to 100% yet. So it's pushing me. It's driving me to work harder. It's driving me to start more conversations with more people every day. And that is the secret sauce in this business. So I want to encourage you guys to try that. If you already have a great tracking system, I'm not trying to add more work or any additional cost. That's not what I'm trying to do here. But if you're like me and you're not consistently tracking, check it out. Give it a month. See what you think. Okay. My question for you tonight is, what is holding you back? I really want you guys to dig in and think, what do you really want out of this? And this whole talking about going from good to great, what is it that you really want out of this? Where do you see this going for you? Have you made your vision board? I haven't updated my vision board in a long time. And I was thinking about it yesterday. I was actually at Miss Kimberly's baby shower for baby Hudson. And I was talking to Brittany and a couple other coaches. And we were like, we should have a wine night where we do our vision boards. It'd be so fun. So I came home and I was just reflecting on that. I'm like, dude, I need to update my vision board. I feel like I have so many ideas in my head, so many things that I'm pushing for and working towards, and all these people that I'm really hoping to help and really get them on board. And I don't have, I'm just feeling a little all over the place with it. And until I put it out there and put it in front of myself all the time, it's not going to come to fruition, right? So I'm going to be working on my vision board. I feel like I'm giving you guys homework tonight. Hope you love it. But with that, I wanted to ask you, if you don't feel like you're at the point in this that you are wanting to be at, what's holding you back? Is it the inviting? Are you doing it? Are you not doing it? Another shout out to TeamZ that can help you. It can push you to make those conversations. Did you know that TeamZ, my biggest goal, you set your little daily goals. My biggest goal in TeamZ isn't the number of invites. My biggest goal is the number of connects. That's what they call it, connects, how many people I'm talking to a day. So I'm starting about 20 new conversations a day, and I'm not talking about Beachbody. I'm just saying, hey girl, how was your summer? Hey, how can I pray for you this week? What's going on? And I mean it. I feel like that sounds weird that I'm talking to 20 people and saying that. It depends on who I'm talking to and what I'm saying. But I'm starting all these conversations, and so many of them very quickly turn to Beachbody because these are people I haven't reached out to before, but they were seeing my stuff and they're like, dude, what is this Beachbody thing? Tell me about it. Or did that group that you were talking about already start? Because I need in it. And it's just mind blowing to me that all the consistency of posting versus inviting, it's like this perfect marriage of amazingness. So if you're not inviting, I want to ask you why. What's holding you back? Connect with people, talk to people. And if your social media is consistent, you're going to see these people asking you questions and coming to you. It's going to be amazing. Sorry, I totally just got distracted because I can hear Shayna downstairs. I'm going to tell her to come up and hop on for a minute. Okay. And what are other things that could be holding you back? Is it fear? Are you in that phase of worrying about what everybody's going to think? If you stay in the phase of worrying about what everybody's going to think, you're never going to get off the ground in this. You have to get uncomfortable. You have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to share those vulnerable stories. Again, shout out to Mary Kate. I love what you shared. It's incredible.
Are you on a team call?
Hi. Yeah, I'm on a team call. Come say hi.
Hi, guys.
I'm almost done.
No, you're
You're
fine.
not
Oh my
leaving,
gosh.
are you?
No.
Okay, good.
I'm going to be out here playing with Red.
Okay. Don't let that fear hold you back. You have to be vulnerable to pull people in. You can't be perfect. Nobody's perfect. And if you try to be perfect, people are going to go, I can't do that. I can't do what she does every day. It's impossible. Or they're going to be like, I don't want to be like her. She's annoying. So don't worry about being perfect. Worry about being vulnerable and share that with everybody on Facebook because it's a fun thing to do, right? What else is holding you back? Time. Time is holding me back. Let me tell you, time is holding me back. I'm trying my darndest to get back to my buckets. And you're probably like, what the heck does that mean? I'm going to do a whole call coming up on buckets. But basically, time management. You're figuring out your priorities and where you're going to spend that time. And this, girls, is a huge priority of mine because it affects my whole family in such a major way. So this has to take up some of my time. I just have to choose wisely where that time comes from and how focused my attention is when I have the time to do it. So it's not about adding more hours to my work time. It's about being more intentional when I do have the time to sit down and work. And that has been my personal goal lately, is to figure that out better. And that's something that takes tweaking all the time. I'm constantly going back to the drawing board on that and trying to figure out how I can do better and talk to my husband about it all the time. And it normally follows some sort of freak out of what am I doing, like last week, but I'm human. So I'm working on it. But if time's holding you back, figure out what works for you and commit to that. So if that's your Power Pockets, if that's 30 minutes a day, if that's an hour a day, great. So what are you going to do in that hour? I really hope it includes inviting and connecting with people, because that's what you need to be doing. The last thing, consistency. Is that what is holding you back? Are you being consistent? You have to ask yourself that. You have to ask yourself the tough question of, am I showing up all the time for my challengers? Am I checking in every day with what I should be doing? Am I doing the vital behaviors every day? Am I proof the product works? Am I staying on top of my fitness so that I can be the best coach to the people that I'm telling should be doing these things? Am I drinking my shake every day? Am I doing my personal development? Guys, I feel like I'm one of those coaches now that says on these team calls, oh, I didn't worry about PD. I didn't worry about PD. I didn't give personal development enough oomph for too long. And now I'm one of those people that will admit it. Yeah, I read it. Yeah, I'm like, no, I need to pick a book, a new one every single month. That's me. It's helping me so much to get over all the crap that goes on in my brain and just do it. Just do the work. So personal development, what do you need to work on? Is that what is holding you back from, is that what you're not consistent with? Then get consistent with it. Think about this whole business as giving and serving to others. The more you give, it's the Go-Giver. Have you read that book yet? The more you give and put out there, the more you're going to receive. And it's not about the receiving end, it's about the giving end. Your heart is so much happier when you're giving than when you're receiving, when you really think about it. Think about when you're giving a gift to somebody and how excited you get when you pick it out and you wrap it and then you write in the card and you're thinking, like, the anticipation of giving it to them is just so awesome. Like, you just know it's going to be the best thing. Like, they're going to be so stoked that you got that for them. And when you get a gift, you're like, sweet, that was so nice of them. But the giving is so much better. And this business is all about giving. Focus on that. Don't focus on the Success Club points. The Success Club points are going to come if you're doing all of these things. If you're staying consistent and you're inviting and you're focusing on each individual person and giving them what you can give them. So, woo! I was on a hot one tonight. I missed you guys last week. I think that was why I had so much to say. So, do you guys have any questions for me? No? I am really happy to see you girls on here live. It just means a lot to me to see you guys showing up and here with me, and I just appreciate it a lot. So I hope you guys know that.
I have a question. Can you post like your calendar for the month?
Yes.
Okay.
I will be posting the calendars. Yes.
Okay. Oh, I know what I had a question on. I can't find, didn't they do new pricing for on demand?
Yes.
So that it's cheaper if you buy more? I can't find that.
Okay. I know I've seen it, so I'll go on.
Sarah, Tammy, and I have been looking for like a week and a half. We can't find it.
Shoot. Okay. I'll find it.
Okay.
We gotta write that down. So
I knew it happened. I just can't. So it's driving me crazy, and I've written it down somewhere.
I've seen it. Let me write that down so I don't forget. I've been wanting to look at that too. So that, because I've still just been saying, it's free. And then once people do it a couple weeks in, then I've been talking about how, because I know that the most expensive option is what it's been. So I kind of just start with that. I feel like it's going to be difficult to tell people that. I still think you should tell people, like, look, if you pay for a whole year, I want to say it was like $99 or something, which is a way better deal.
Yeah, and what's crazy, I know my mom did it. My mom has it for a year. So, like, I know that I can't find it to break it down. So I just didn't know if you knew off the top of your head.
I think they posted it on the wall, so I will search for it in there and steal it. All right, girls. Well, I hope you have a great night and a great week. And don't be shy. If you need anything from me, reach out. And I will see you girls soon.
All right.
Thank
you.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
You too.